I'm on a mission to embroider all 50 US states. The challenge is that I'm doing each step myself, from designing, digitizing, and embroidering on comfy crewnecks. Today, I'm adding state number 7, Massachusetts, to the collection. Let's get started. The design for Massachusetts was inspired by the Cape Cod Peninsula, its rocky coastlines, and lighthouses. Before getting into the digitizing phase of this design, I spent some time to think through how to tackle this design. I get a general idea of what objects I will be creating, the overall shape, and even what colors I may be working with. I have a 6-needle embroidery machine, so this limits the colors I can use, but have found that I can create some very detailed designs with just 6 colors, which is pretty amazing. After some time visualizing and thinking ahead, I settled on starting with 2 shades of brown, a darker one for the shadows on the rocky coast, and the lighter one for the base of the rocks and lighthouse. Similarly, I will use 2 shades of blue for the sky and water, and lastly white for the clouds and potentially some shading into the water. With this brainstorming done, I can start up the digitizing phase. If you've seen some of my previous videos, I have shared my learning journey with digitizing. I'm a self-taught digitizer, and this embroidery collection has been giving me a lot of hands-on experience. I'm on state number 7 of this collection, and I know I still have a lot to learn. To start, I set my grid scale to 1 millimeter to guide the spaces of my stitches. Then I add in my artwork and scale it down to the general size of the final design. I aim for a 3-inch diameter workspace for the centerpiece and create a circle with these dimensions to give me a guide for resizing the artwork. I then start adding the thread colors I decided on previously, and I know that I can always change these up as the artwork starts coming together. And now it's time to start placing my first stitches. At this point, I have a general idea of what objects to place down first, but it's not until I'm in the software and start clicking that I start mapping the artwork. I come in with a plan for a start point, but it's not until I try it that I figure out if it'll work or not. One of the changes I made was digitizing running stitches for the clouds instead of a close shape. This is very time intensive because I'm clicking every single stitch point, but I think the final look will be more natural than if I were to create a filled shape. I use the same technique with the water behind the lighthouse and by the cliffy shore, but this is where I start getting stuck. I complete the lighthouse and rocky cliff, but the size and shape of this centerpiece seemed off to me. The challenge with this design is the state name. It's a long one with 13 characters, and that alone will add quite a bit of stitching time. So I needed to find a way to balance this. I decided not to include much of the foreground of the original artwork, all in the effort to reduce the number of stitches. I added all the text and characters to start giving me a visual of the final design, and I wasn't happy with it, but I didn't want to admit it at this point. I kept moving along, adding detail to the rocky cliff and the lighthouse, and when I was complete, I started spacing everything out, and my gut feeling that this needed to be redone was getting stronger. So I finally listened and started making adjustments, first to the shape of the rocky shore and eventually the ocean to create a more circular area versus the original oval shape design. This was looking better. So let's embroider this and see what it looks like. The first test stitch is always filled with so many feelings and emotions. At this point, I have spent several hours over a couple of days, so I'm excited to finally see the embroidery come to life, but know to expect some issues. These could be thread breaks due to density issues or needing to remap stitch points to eliminate unnecessary jump cuts. So I need to be open-minded and be ready to make adjustments. I watched the embroidery machine run for the entire design and make notes for these changes. I was pleasantly surprised to see the design embroider so efficiently the first time around. I was really happy to see how well the manual stitches for the ocean and shading was coming out, especially how the cloud was blending in with the sky. This was such a good start to the embroidery phase of this design. This design was inspired by the Oregon and Utah designs. I took many of the digitizing elements from both of these, so I think that's what helped me get such a good first stitch. I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I think I can make a subtle change that will significantly improve it. A simple color switch is what I think the design needs. I want the lighthouse to be the focal point, and right now it blends in too much with the shoreline. I have room to add one more color, and I'll change the lighthouse to white, which is a color already used in the design. Now I can re-export and run the machine again. It's amazing what the simple color change did for this design. It feels more balanced to me and the lighthouse stands out more, which is exactly what I was looking for. So now it's time for the final step of this process, embroidering on crew necks. This is my favorite part of the process. All the hard work and testing has been complete, so now I get to decide the color of the crew necks for this design to go onto. Our state designs go on two colors, a dark and a light shade to complement each other. And I've chosen the slate blue and sand crew necks. I think they're going to look amazing. So let's prepare these crew necks for embroidery. I start by marking the crew necks with center points using tailor's chalk to guide the hooping process. Then I hoop the crew necks using Mighty Hoops. I am so grateful for my Mighty Hoop station. I get an accurate hoop placement every time, and it's giving me peace of mind with hooping, which was challenging with the standard hoops that came with my machine. If you've been considering Mighty Hoops, check out our code in the description. You'll get free shipping on your next order, and it supports the channel. So now I just sit back and relax, knowing that these crew necks will embroider well. And that completes state number 7, Massachusetts. If I were to redesign this state crew neck, what comes to mind when you think of Massachusetts? Do you think this design captures the state well? Let me know in the comments. Which state should I embroider next?